Hi everybody, my little pickles. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Welcome again to another yet podcast on different things about different foods, emotions, wisdom, are you tracking, and all the other things, and bulletproof. How was your summer? Are you having a good time? I love summer. I love being warm. So this is from, I know, stop me if you've heard this before, Men's Health, my favorite magazine. And these are the 9 most filling foods. It takes a few simple food choices to join high satiety. It's an interesting way of putting it. And it's by a PhD, Mike Roussel. He has, number 1, eggs. 1 large egg packs over 6 grams of protein. Boil them for snacks. It's hard to eat more than 2, so they crack cravings. These hunger-beating bombs are also smart add-ins to soups, salads, rice, and pasta. And I agree. There's oftentimes I turn a salad into like a Cobb-type salad. Some bacon crumbles, chopped egg, maybe some turkey, some gorgonzola, and yeah, eggs are good. I like eggs. I try to have 1 every day, and I buy Pete and Jerry's for the most part. I had some Carol's, which are very, very local, very pasture-raised, very organic, but they're not always not available when I shop, and I'm staying away from Whole Foods during the summer for obvious reasons. It does tend to get a little busy there. It's the parking places, you know. It came to town only a couple of years ago, and the parking spaces are so lean that you get some of those great big honking Hummers and Range Rovers and things like that, and yeah, scrapes. 2, miso soup. Do any of you ever have that? I haven't had it for probably 20 years, but I know I liked it. Low-calorie, broth-based soups weigh down your stomach, fooling your body into thinking you're full. Miso contains probiotics for a healthier gut, too. Try Edward & Son's Organic Miso Cup. Now, I would be willing to do something like that. I'm not really, excited about making miso soup, although I am a big soup maker. And I was doing the bone broth routine all winter long. Maybe I'll get back into it in the winter. But it seemed, yeah, with full-time work, it just kind of caught up with me. But yeah, miso soup. Talk to me below if you eat it on a regular basis. Asparagus. One medium stalk of antioxidant-packed asparagus has just 3 calories. Cook some spears as a side dish to a grilled steak, or chop them up and toss them into your favorite stir-fry or pasta dish. Well, tonight we have them on the big green egg. I roast them with coconut oil and EVU, extra virgin olive oil, and lots of pepper. And there's leftovers, and so they can last for a couple more weeks. I love asparagus. Lentils. Knock out hunger with a combination punch of fiber and protein. A half cup of lentils has 10 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, and just 120 calories. We like Melissa's ready-to-eat steamed lentils. Well, lentils are one of the legumes that if you do have beans in your diet, that they don't need soaking because they do cook up fast. So I know I made a red lentil soup, and it was kind of good. Beef. I like my beef. Research suggests that a breakfast with beef and eggs may help you feel fuller all day and lead to less evening snacking than a breakfast with equal calories but less protein. Need a filling snack? Try jerky. Well, as some of you know, I've got those Vermont Smoke and Cure beef sticks, and I do have some beef jerky as well from that place in California that I ordered it. And I probably won't order it from California again. I liked the beef sticks. The meat sticks, actually, they were turkey. And uncured pepperoni and turkey ancho. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But I do enjoy them. And they had just the right amount of fat and protein and chew in them. And so they took a while, and I could enjoy them that way. And yeah, so they were kind of good. But I do know that when I have a hearty breakfast, if I went from a 2-egg omelet to a 3-egg omelet, I would probably go from like 10 a.m. to dinner with no problem. But instead, I'll do things like add cream cheese, add, I've got some ghost cheese, ghost pepper cheese, which is divine, which is like, makes habanero seem rather light. And beef, you know, I worked in a restaurant where we served prime rib a lot, and we were allowed to take home sometimes prime rib. And so I would have prime rib in the morning, and it does last a long, long time. Steak and eggs. I haven't had steak and eggs for a long time, but yeah. But I always tend to look at pork products like, you know, sausage or bacon. Oatmeal. I don't know if any of you eat oatmeal. I'm on the low-carb, high-fat keto diet, so I kind of don't have it. I know a lot of people have Scotch oats or overnight oats and find that complements their food plan and it doesn't throw them off the charts with their macros. I haven't had oatmeal a long, long, long time. But boost the volume of this classic by cooking it with an extra cup or a half a cup of water. Hungry Girl suggests that. Cooking it low and slow with 2 cups of water instead of 1. It does work. It does take a while. You know, we're talking like 40 minutes. But, you know, she's all for filling bowls with a lot. She likes abundance and to feel full. And I know that it works. The soluble fiber helps slow digestion, promoting fullness. Steel-cut oats have 3 to 5 grams of fiber per serving. Cottage cheese. I like my cottage cheese. Not as much as I like my yogurt, though. 1 cup contains 163 calories and 28 grams of slow-digesting protein. Combine it with berries for sweet, light, and healthy snack that will sustain you until your next meal or through the night. And they show it with blueberries and strawberries. Brussels sprouts, my favorite, which I have probably 4 to 5 times a week. These nutrient-packed orbs are extremely satiating. 1 cup has 3 grams of fiber and less than 40 calories. Roast a cup or 2 or halved Brussels sprouts at 425 for 15 minutes and toss with mustard. I wouldn't toss with mustard, but I do like them in the Dutch oven on the big green egg with plenty of coconut oil and olive oil and black pepper. Now last night I had spaghetti squash and I made Alfredo sauce, which was as easy peasy as it gets. A tablespoon of butter with a tablespoon of coconut oil. A tablespoon of butter with a tablespoon of coconut flour. And I made that as a roux. I added a cup of heavy cream and 1 cup of shredded cheese. That was the Alfredo sauce. How easy is that? And so I roasted the spaghetti squash. And into the spaghetti squash, I put Brussels sprouts and cauliflower crumbles. And then covered it with Alfredo sauce. Now you talk about a delicious meatless filling meal. And then I had a small salad on the side with 1 tablespoon of ivu. And that was a delicious meal. So I am a big fan of Brussels sprouts. And I don't know if you have to work up to something like that because they're one of the cruciferous family, like the broccoli. And so you have to be careful what time of day you eat them to see if you have any discomfort. I know that I brought broccoli to work one time, steamed broccoli for lunch. Oh yeah, I paid the price. My stomach, blew up like a hot air balloon. It was an interesting afternoon. And finally, we have shrimp. Whether you eat 30 grams of protein from shrimp or from skinless chicken breast, you're taking in less than 160 calories. But your pile of shrimp will be about a quarter larger than your portion of chicken. So what do you think about that? Well, I have other things that make for a satisfying satiety, as it were. And I think that those things are some dense, oil-packed or oil-rich, fat-rich foods. Like I love my 3 ounces of Fage yogurt with 2 tablespoons of Teddy peanut butter. Of course, as soon as I finish it, because it's not a large portion, it seems like, I'm hungry, this will never work, but I give it time, and guess what? It works. So I think I would turn to eggs or that, and I have asparagus and Brussels sprouts all the time. So I'm not having oatmeal, I'm not having lentils, and shrimp doesn't like me anymore. Yeah, sad to say. And it's not that I overdid it, it just, my body doesn't like it. Well, that's it. That's it for the day. The 9 most filling foods, at least this PhD thought they were. And always good to hear what people find, because stuff sticks, right? After listening to a podcast or reading an article, doesn't stuff stick in your brain so that when you do something, go someplace, go shopping, you think of it? I know that my brain, when it hears something that I know that I need to know, I will quickly go write it down on my shopping list to investigate when I go shopping. And sometimes it's just a scribble and I can barely decipher what I wrote. But yeah, I'll hear about some sort of food or some sort of food combo or something like that, and I'll go, yep, I need to write that down and remember it. Especially when I'm walking, I need a pen so I can write on my hand or something. But that's it for the day. I hope you have a good one. What are your filling foods? What are your no problem, get me out of that jam, hold me over, satiating, fulfilling, satisfying, and they always do the job? What are yours? Thanks for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Bye-bye for now.